Okay, this is Varalakshmi. Now I am going to take the session of the formula for deriving the radius of the electron. Formula for deriving the radius. See, actually the Z is the atomic number in our formula. Z is the atomic number and M is the electron mass of the electron, whereas E is the charge of the electron revolving round the nucleus. Revolving round the nucleus. These are certain terms round the nucleus. Next one, and we know the velocity is represented by V, velocity of the electron, whereas R is the radius of the orbit. Radius of the orbit. Formula for deriving the radius of the orbit. Radius of orbit. Next one, what I will take is, we know when the electron is revolving around the nucleus, it experiences two forces. One is the electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force of attraction between the moving electron and the nucleus. Electrostatic force of attraction between the moving electron and the nucleus. And whereas second force is the centrifugal force. Centrifugal force which is driving the electron out. Driving the electron out. These are the two forces that are experienced by the electron while it is revolving around the nucleus. The first one, what is the electrostatic force of attraction is, and it is defined by Coulomb's law. And what is this Coulomb's law? Here it explains that Coulombic force, here, when a charged particle is revolving around another charged particle, what is the Coulombic force is? K, just that is a constant, and Z E square. One is Z E, means that is the charge of the nucleus, and E is the charge of the electron. Kz square by R square. It is inversely proportional to the distance between the nucleus and the electron. And what is K here? The formula here is 4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space. Epsilon naught is permittivity of the free space. And next one is, what is the formula of K? K equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Okay, now this is there in the SI system. Whereas if you come to CGS units, what are the CGS units is, value of K is equal to 1 dyne per square centimeter square and ESU to the power of 2. So next one, centrifugal force acting on the moving electron. I told you already, centrifugal force. The formula for the centrifugal force, that is mv square by r. This is the formula. Now since electrostatic force of attraction is equal to the centrifugal force, because this electrostatic force, I told you already, two forces. One is pulling the electron inside, that is attraction force, and one is dragging the electron outside. These two are equal. That's why the electron is moving around the nucleus without falling into the nucleus or without dragging out of the nucleus. These two forces are equal here. mv square by r is equal to k z square by r square. Now mv square, just r and r get cancelled, and mv square is equal to k z square by mr. Okay, now next one is according to our Bohr's postulates. What is our Bohr's postulate? According to Bohr's postulates, mvr means that is a angular momentum is the integral multiple of h by 2 pi. So that is our formula according to Bohr's postulate. Okay, now okay students. Now what I am going to tell is v. What is the formula for the velocity? Velocity is equal to nh by 2 pi mr. This is the formula for the velocity. Or v square is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. This is the formula. Next what I am going to do is equalizing. Here one equation is there and here one equation is there. Both I am getting equalized. How I am getting equalized is k z square by mr is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. Okay, now what is the formula for r? Okay, now and this will get cancelled and m get cancelled. Now r is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m k z is square. This is the formula where n equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. Next one is what I am going to explain is here if I have substituted what I will substitute here, the n value here, okay, means radius of the smallest orbit. For the first orbit I am calculating smallest orbit. Smallest orbit, what is the smallest orbit? N equal to 1. So r is equal to 1 square and we know the Planck's constant 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34. That is there in the SI system. Okay, that only joule second that I am taking here, divided by means square and divided by 4, and we know the value of pi 3.14 whole square, and mass of the electron is 9 into 10 to the power of minus 31 into E 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square, because that is a charge. And K value, we know already K value, that is 9 into 10 to the power of minus 10 to the power of 9. Okay, and after we have substituted, and after the calculation what we are getting is 0.529 into n square by z, or else here what we got is sorry 0.529 angstrom units. For this one we got 0.529 angstrom units. And if you have taken n value and z value, this is our formula. That's about the radius of the orbit. Next one we will be going to the for calculation of the formula for the calculation of the energy of the electron. Energy of the electron. And here what we are taking is total energy of the electron. What is the total energy of the electron? And we know already total energy means it is the sum of the potential energy as well as the kinetic energy. And the formula for the potential energy is minus k z e square by r. And what is the formula for the kinetic energy? Half mv square. Now we want to write this half mv square in terms of kz e square by r. How we will write is, and we know mv square by r, mv square by r, that is the centrifugal force, is equal to k z e square by r square. Okay, just we are converting this half mv square into the kz. In this formula we want to write kz square by r like this. So r and r they will get cancelled. Now here also we are getting kz square by r. But we know the kinetic energy is half mv square. So we are making this mv square divided with the 2 here. Here also we will get 1 by 2 k z square by r. So in place of half mv square I will write this one. So now here the total energy is equal to minus k z square by r plus half k z square by r. Now it will become minus half k z square by r. Okay. Now we know the formula of the radius. What is the formula for the radius? R is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m e square k. Okay, that is our formula. So we are substituting the R formula here. Here we are substituting. Then we will get minus half, because this is the minus only, energy term is minus half into kz square. In place of r here we are writing, so down it will come n square h square, and again up 4 pi square m e square k. Now this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and now what are remaining is 2, because here 2 is there. 2 pi square m z square e to the power of 4 and k square by n square h square So that is about this one. 4 pi square m e to the power, here what we are writing is n square h square by 2 pi square mz square. Okay, that's what we are writing here. Z square e to the power of k square. Now after substituting all these values, we are getting minus 21.8 into 10 to the power of minus 12 into z square by n square erg per atom, or E is equal to minus 21.8 into 10 to the power of minus 12 into z square by n square, the same value I am writing. This is joules per atom. Here 10 to the power of minus 19 I will write, minus 19. This is joules per atom, or else in EV per atom how we will write is minus 13.6 into z square by n square EV per atom. Okay, this is our formula. Or else we know 1 EV is equal to how many kilocalories? 3.83 into 10 to the power of minus 23 kilocalories. So how we will be converting into kilocalories is E is equal to minus 313.6 into z square by n square kilocalorie per mole. Okay, these are the units. Next one, I will explain one sum based on this. And we know the formula Rydberg's equation. What is the Rydberg's equation is? Rydberg's constant and all we will be knowing. Rydberg equation. When the electron jumps from higher level to E2, means this is the second level. When the electron jumps from higher level to the lower level, first shell, the energy it loses. What is that energy? Is h nu. H nu is equal to E2 minus E1. And we know the formula of the energy. What is this formula? Here minus 2 pi square. That is the formula. Now I am writing again. Minus 2 pi square mz square e to the power of 4 k square by h square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. This is our formula. And nu is equal to 2 pi square m z square e to the power of 4 k square by h cube, because this one I am multiplying here with the h square. Now we are getting h cube into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. And this is called as Bohr had calculated Rydberg's constant from the above equation, and that Rydberg's equation now here we are doing nu is equal, and in place of nu we can write c by lambda also, c by lambda. So while we are writing c by lambda, we can write c into 1 by lambda, and 1 by lambda is nothing but the nu bar. So while finding the nu bar here, c will be, because c is going this side here, because just nu is equal to c by lambda, c into 1 by lambda. In place of nu we can write c into nu bar. So nu bar is equal to the same formula, 2 pi square mz square e to the power of 4k square by c into h cube into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Now here if we multiply all this 2 pi square m e to the power of 4 k square by h c into h cube, we will get 1.097 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meter inverse, or else 109,678 centimeter inverse. Okay, that is the formula, that is the value for the Rydberg's constant. Now our formula of Rydberg's equation is equal to nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda into r into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Okay, now what I will, one small sum I will take. Find out the small sum here. Find out the longest wavelength of absorption line. Longest wavelength of absorption line for hydrogen gas containing atoms in ground state. Okay, now 1 by lambda is equal to r into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. And what is the longest wavelength means, we know already nu is equal to c by lambda. So longest wavelength means frequency should be less. Longest wavelength means if lambda is more, nu is less. If nu is less means energy also less. Nu less means energy also less. So when the energy is less from the first shell, from the second shell to the first shell, if it comes from the second shell to the first shell, so it will be the lowest one. So now our formula, how it becomes, nu bar is equal to, or 1 by lambda is equal to 109,678 centimeter inverse into 1 square into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square. This is our formula, 109,678 into 3 by 4, or lambda is equal to 4 by r 3, means 4 by 3 r. Okay, that is the longest wavelength. And what is the shortest wavelength? Shortest wavelength. And shortest wavelength means shortest wavelength. Lambda is less, means nu should be more. Nu is more means energy is more. Energy is more means from infinite line. Means from infinite line it should come to the first line. So n2 is infinity and n1 is 1. So like that we will be taking. Again we will write the equation 1 by lambda 1 by lambda is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to 109678 into z square is 1 square minus 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square. So this is nothing but r value, r into 1. So 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square, everything is 1. So lambda equal to 1 by r. So this is the for the wavelength of the shortest wavelength. And what is the ratio between the longest wavelength and the shortest wavelength? Longest wavelength and the shortest wavelength. Now the formula becomes shortest wavelength. Formula is, I told you already, longest wavelength is 4 by 3r. 4 by 3r. And the shortest wavelength is 1 by r. Now it becomes 4 by 3r and again 4 by 3r, and here this is the reverse one, shortest wavelength 4 by 3r. Sorry, here 4 by 3r. 4 by 3r. So how it is changing is 4 by 3r, okay, into r. So what is the ratio is 4 by 3. Like that in the objective they will be asking the ratio. Okay. And in Balmer series, particularly in Balmer series, if they ask in Balmer series, the formula 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by Balmer, no, so 1 by 2 square. Next one is for the longest wavelength, nu is less, so we'll let 3 square. And for the shortest wavelength, 1 by lambda is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by 2 square minus 1 by infinity square. Now it becomes 1 by lambda equal to r into 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9. So 36. 9 minus 4. 5 by 36 r. Lambda equal to 36 by 5 r. 5 r. Next one is for the longest wavelength, 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by 2 square minus 1 by infinity square. So it becomes 1 by r by 4. Lambda equal to 4 by r. Now the ratio, what is the ratio is 5r by 36 into r by 5 r by 4. Here it becomes 36 by 5r. Here r. Okay, 5 by 36 r into r by 4. Now it becomes 5 by 36 into 4. That is the ratio.